Welcome back to Sswp, everyone. I'm sure this is a bit odd for you all. I'm sure you all expected to hear from your favorites like Christian Payne, Austin Graves, and even Tony Rose. Well, heading into Icons Clash, we as always want to bring you the best fights, featuring true champions, not indie darlings who do flips and hardcore matches for cheap pops. We are ushering in a new age of soul. We value prestige and dominance. Allow me to show you what real champions look like. First, your Sswp World Heavyweight Champion, my brother Baka.
And still your World Heavyweight Champion. At Rage in the Cage, Christian Payne was yet another name added to the list. The contract killer has yet to miss his target when acquired.
With lethal accuracy, Baka continues his undefeated dominance over Sswp. And we're left with the same question as before. Who can possibly stop him?
There is only one other undefeated man in Sswp, that being Eddie Sabin. But considering the consistent drama between his and his former faction member, I think he has far too much to worry about before he even begins to think about challenging for the heavyweight championship. Baka continues to be the Soul Summit's greatest asset.
Rage in the Cage was an interesting night for the Summit. While they kept the World Heavyweight Championship within their grasps, Angelo's unidentified attacker is getting more bold by the day. No longer deciding to attack in private, he showed he was fully capable of displaying sheer brutality in front of us, the live audience.
And that's not the only wrinkle within the Summit story now. Keep your ears open.
Indeed, a heavyweight champion you can be proud of. Just a short time ago, these stands were filled with fans rooting and cheering for Christian Payne. You guys won't be seeing Christian tonight. Why? Because at Rage in the Cage, he was broken, smashed, shattered, and collected by your Sswp World Heavyweight Champion, the contract killer, Baka. My brother Baka is the greatest heavyweight champion the world has to offer. Undefeated, undisputed, undeniable. And now, at Rage in the Cage, the Soul Summit found itself in business with another great champion. A champion who can give you all the prestige you all deserve. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome V Rose with the newly designed Sswp Women's Liberty Champion.
And last weekend, hell froze over. V Rose sold her soul to the Summit.
Personally, I'm conflicted. We have to acknowledge the emotional turmoil V is likely still going through. I don't think she's thinking clearly.
Zana, I admire your positive outlook. But it doesn't take a rocket scientist to tell you that planting a steel chair into your sister's back after 20 minutes of putting each other through hell is a decision that typically warrants hesitation. V never hesitated. She is who she is. Tony was right.
I just think there's a lot more to unpack here. V has never acted this way before.
Nice to see you all, whether you'd prefer me here or not. I know some of you didn't and don't approve of my actions at Rage in the Cage. I want you all to know I understand. As much as I didn't want to go down this road, You all pushed me to this. I never wanted things to grow like this. I took time away, and I contemplated staying away. I had to tune in every week and watch my sister and all of you in the stands destroy my character every single week. There were times where I was moments away from vacating this title. When I was at my lowest and you all abandoned me, there was a hand in the darkness. I found a new sister, and I found myself some brothers. And now, I'm rejuvenated.
And if you thought the brutality we saw within the cage was going to keep Toni Rose down, you clearly know nothing about Toni Rose. Call her hard-headed, call her stubborn, but she undoubtedly showed the world what she was capable of last weekend.
We're all lucky she's even still standing, let alone walking to the ring. That was an absolutely horrific match. And as you said, to no one's surprise, Toni likely wants more.
If any of you thought I was going to come out here and give V props and congratulate her on a win, you're clearly new around here. It's a nice story, V, and I don't doubt you have some mental turmoil you're going through. None of that changes what my goal is. I want another shot at the Women's Liberty Championship, and I want it tonight.
Toni, listen, I get it. I totally get it. You're young, you're hungry, you're motivated, and you're the biggest star on the show now. I get it. Whether you want it or not, I'm still your big sister, and it's my job to look out for you and keep you from getting yourself hurt. These people in the stands are seriously gonna get you hurt, Toni. I had to realize that myself. You'll be a champion one day, I'm sure of it. That day just isn't today. My answer is a flat out no.
And here is Austin Graves, fresh off an instant classic last weekend. Let's see what he has to say.
Believe me, I don't mean to interrupt the family reunion, but if we're here to make demands, allow me to voice my own. Before Rage in the Cage, like V Rose here, I was nearly ready to walk away and see what else was in store for me outside of these walls. But an old friend of mine showed me I've got a lot left in the tank. So I'm back, and I'm here to ask for a shot at Baka and the SSWP World Heavyweight Championship, or at the very least give me a shot at earning it.
Graves, on behalf of the Soul Summit, I'd like to let you know that we do respect you. A two-time World Heavyweight Champion, and we truly think of you as a warrior of the Red Ring. And I also want to thank you for laying down so easily when the one true heavyweight King Baka took the World Heavyweight Championship crown from you so quickly. You didn't offer any resistance at all. You've done more for the summit than anyone has, and we appreciate you. So you want a shot at Baka? My answer is a resounding no. You're a great competitor, but a laughable champion, Austin. It's really not your fault. You simply exist in the same era as true greats. We'll keep you active, though. Tonight, you're in duos action against Militia. I suggest you find a partner. Here's some added motivation.
Zach Pitt rushes the ring, and now Zach and Baka are looking to break Graves down before his match.
With all due respect, Miss Soul, Militia has been consistently adding value to your little summit group here, and we're gonna need you to up our pay.
Rodney, we do appreciate you and your brother, but honesty is important in business, and frankly, you two just haven't done enough to warrant any more value. Look, you've got a match against Graves and whoever his partner is. Win that, and maybe we'll talk.
We're not TV thugs, we're prize fighters. We'll do what we do, but one of you is gonna cough up the bread.
It's scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, accompanied by Hannibal Hawk from Nashville, Tennessee, weighing in at 245 pounds, one half of the champion, the Destroyer.
And it was the Destroyer and Hannibal Haas that walked out of Rage in the Cage as the SSWP Duo's champions. And if they were scary as contenders, just imagine how dominant they can be as champions.
Destroyer being the muscle, and Hannibal the disturbed mind that ties all the chaos together. Tonight it's one-on-one action versus one half of the team they dethroned. What a scary duo. Troy Gibson shut out clean. No outside help needed. The Destroyer claims yet another.
Angelo, I understand you're paranoid and the attacker hit you pretty hard. I'm worried too, but I think you should sit down and have some water. You're scaring me.
I'm telling you, I saw him clear as day. It was J. Jacobs Madison. I saw him with my own 2 eyes. I could recognize his eyes anywhere.
Angelo, sweetie, the attacker was wearing sunglasses. You literally couldn't see his eyes. I think you're losing it a bit. You should really sit down.
I don't care if you don't believe me. You find Jay and you tell him that we're going one-on-one tonight, and guess what? I'm putting the Super Junior Championship on the line. I'm ending this tonight.
I think Angelo's finally gone off the deep end. Can't say I'm sad to see it. Last weekend, this man, Eddie Sabin, was pushed to the absolute limit as his biggest rival in SSWP. J. Jacobs Madison aimed to be the first man to defeat him in one-on-one competition, in a rage in the cage match no less. Sabin expected a dominant win, but Madison once again showed the heart and grit he's known for, and the match ended in a draw.
And after the match, the Bear would do as the Bear does, unleashing a complete mauling on Jay and Danny Haw, who came to save Jay from the beating. If the fork wasn't already pronged deep into what was bad mouth, Eddie Sabin drove a pitchfork into it. And now we're dealing with a very dangerous man.
Absurdly tactical and agile for a man his size. He's now without the restrictions of loyalty or friendship. Eddie Sabin now does whatever Eddie Sabin wants to do, and we should all be terrified.
Last weekend was a rather frustrating one for me. In fact, this entire week has been. Partially because I have to come out here to talk to all of you pigs, but also because last weekend I came to a great realization. I realized that the guy who I dropped all my goals and aspirations for, the guy who I won duos gold with, when I could have been heavyweight champion on day one, that same guy is actually the cause for all of this chaos. I've been wasting my time, spreading the gems of my success amongst swine. Disgusting vermin only worthy of their own extermination. Danny, you're the true poison in all of this. It's taken me this long to see it, but now I see clearly. It's you I have to break. Bad mouth was never gonna work for me, not as long as I had to lower my standards to coexist amongst those peasants. I intend to usher in a new standard of my own, a new era, a new league. And once I do nothing, and no one will stop me.
For a second there, I thought he'd never show up. But if you want to fight Danny Haw, you don't have to ask twice.
I don't necessarily think Eddie was intending to challenge Danny, but I'm here to see it. Danny Haw and Eddie Sabin were once the SSWP Duos champions under the Badmouth banner. Things have gone completely left, and now just weeks out from Icon's clash in Germany, Danny and Eddie will come face to face.
Who's know what could break down here? But one thing is for sure. There's no reason for either party to hold anything back at this point. We're in for a war of words.
Eddie, if I knew you were this big of a bitch from the start, I would have kicked your head off your shoulders the second you put a badmouth hoodie on. See, Eddie, you come out here and bitch and moan about how everyone is holding you back. Have you ever considered the idea that maybe you just suck? Hate to be the first to tell you, but the only reason you're a former duos champion is because Jay was on the couch. I don't know what Velvet saw in you. You're a big guy, yeah, Are you fast, strong? Sure. But you're a replacement talent at best. And I constantly hear you and this commentary team talk about how Eddie Sabin is undefeated in one-on-one competition. That's true. I'll tell you what else is true. Eddie Sabin has also never faced Danny Ha one-on-one.
Yep. This is what he does, people. He comes out here and paints narratives and you guys eat it up. I'll give it to you, Danny. You're special. So special. You're the only guy in SSWP who can lose 1,000,000 times yet still have all of these fans praise you. They pander to you. I'm not like you, Danny. I don't care much for narratives. As your former duos partner, I have no issue acknowledging your ability. You're a great talent, Danny. You're going to be a world title contender. Emphasis on contender, because you'll lose, of course. Difference between you and me is we are light years apart when it comes to talent. The only reason I'm not the world heavyweight champion right now is because I chose not to be. I chose to stoop to your level and chase duos gold. 20 years from now, the peak of your career will be me carrying you to the duos titles. You're a B player. I'm the player.
Blah, 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 blah. You know, that's the first time I've ever heard that. You guys ever heard of some choosing not to be heavyweight champion? The level of delusion you possess within that pea brain of yours is astounding. Let me offer you a solution. You don't need therapy, no mental evaluation, not even lobotomy. You just need a match with me. Maybe if I kick in the skull hard enough, that brain will rattle around just enough to where you realize the reason you're not the world heavy champion is because 1, you're overhyped. 2, literally no one gives a damn about you. And 3, even if you wanted to be heavyweight champion, you'd quickly find out why a former champion like Austin Graves respects me the way he does. If you really want to prove your level is that high, why not try me out?
Well, I don't think Eddie is very interested.
Wait, it's Jay Madison. He wasn't expected to be here tonight after that Rage in the Cage match.
And he's thrown Eddie Sabin right in the line of fire for Danny to put an exclamation point on his thoughts.
Sabin down. Things are heating up. Just a few short weeks from Icons Clash. How will these three men's stories collide, or rather implode?
Is a tornado tag team match. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 491 pounds, Mahalisha.
And as ordered by Vice President Jiwo, Militia in just a few moments will take on Austin Graves and an opponent of his choosing. Any predictions on who his partner will be, Rozzy?
Last time I guessed Santa Claus, so let me be more realistic this time around. I have a strong feeling that Austin Graves has picked his opponent from Rage in the Cage. My money is on Danny. It makes too much sense. They've been in the ring with each other multiple times. He knows Danny can get him a win tonight.
I actually have a feeling you may be correct for once. Any other choices?
Aquaman.
And their opponents, first from Auckland, New Zealand, weighing in at 224 pounds, Austin, the Technician Graves.
The multiple-time world champion now back in the hunt for that same title. He was denied an opportunity at Baka earlier tonight, but now he's got duos action on the way.
Yeah, Graves is back in full form, and maybe better than ever. I'm sure Graves knew even at the start of the show that his chances of just being handed a shot at that world title was slim to none. Never one to look ahead of his competition, though. Austin Graves is locked in.
And now the only question is, who has Austin Graves chosen? Yes!
And from Hollywood, Florida, weighing in at 255 pounds, number 1,
Grime, the former world heavyweight champion, has returned. And Grime looks huge.
Grime isn't exactly one to just sit on the couch, out with an injury for some time, and now he's back. Perhaps the most athletically gifted athlete in SSWP, Graves made the right call. Grime and Graves do have their own history. Grime was the man who defeated Austin for the World Heavyweight Championship in his first reign. Grime actually has 2 one-on-one wins against Austin Graves. Graves has not yet won a match against him.
Grime calls that one breaking the bank.
Grime and Graves secure the victory.
I didn't see the pairing coming, but I definitely saw it being successful. Graves keep his momentum going, and Grime is even better than he was before the injury.
Graves, it's great to be back, and believe me, it's great to see you. Even better to be on your side rather than you punching me in the face for once. There's just one issue, though. Austin, no matter how many times in the past we've gone head-to-head, or with another doofus in the mix, you've always had my respect as a competitor. I know there's another world title in your future, but you've had your shot. The match against Baca at Icon's Clash belongs to me.
Wow. I don't think Graves saw that coming. Yet another fork in the road.
I mean, what can he really do?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Super Junior Championship.
Well, whether or not you believe Angelo is losing his mind, we've got a championship match, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I'll be the first to say Angelo has completely lost his mind. And if he's unfortunate, it'll also cost him his title tonight. Jay Jacobs Madison is no joke, as he's shown in previous weeks. That being said, Jay can't be anywhere near 100% after his rage in the cage match last weekend.
Good point. But then, how the hell can Angelo think that Jay would even have the energy to attack him after that match?
Zana, I'm telling you, the man has gone crazy. Zana, over or under 2 weeks before Angelo gets admitted to the psychiatric ward?
Under. Yeah, definitely under.
The second longest reigning Super Junior champion of all time, Angelo has found himself on the receiving end of multiple attacks by a masked assailant. This clearly has been driving him over the edge.
Which, to be fair, is understandable to a certain extent. But he genuinely believes he saw Jay attack him, which, while not impossible, is extremely unlikely.
Introducing the challenger from Riverside, California, weighing in at 228 pounds, Jay Jacobs Madison. And his opponent from Cardiff, Wales, weighing in at 227 pounds, he is the Super Junior Champion, Wolfgang Angelo.
Angelo retains and maybe he solved his problem.
If he hasn't, well, we're in for a long ride.